Greetings, Autobots, and welcome to God of War 3 Remastered. I may not have said this on the channel, but I'm a very big fan of the God of War franchise and have been itching to record a video for the channel, so I figured I would do a one-off video on God of War 3, my personal favourite of the franchise, just to test the waters, see what you folks think. So we're not going to waste any time, we're just going to get stuck in. Let me think. You know what? I want a challenge. Let's play on Titan difficulty.
My vengeance is nigh.
And so our adventure begins.
My brothers, we were forged in victory.
I apologize, but
A victory that
I've not
ended the
put
great
the subtitles on just yet, so
reign of Mount Olympus.
we're gonna have to just watch this first cutscene and then I'll get the subtitles on for you. Sorry.
Rooted in the river of souls, our mountain emerged out of the chaos. As it grew, so too did the might of the Olympians. He created a world of peace, a world of prosperity, a world that lives in the shadow and safety of my mountain.
Sure looks like it.
A mountain that has come to be the absolute measure of strength and power.
So there is a little bit of story catch up, but I'll explain it when we get around to it. The TLDR is Kratos, our main character, seeks revenge against the gods as they have made a mockery of his life, and he and these giant elemental titans have now declared war on the gods and Mount Olympus, with Kratos explicitly seeking to kill Zeus, his father. Here we're introduced to our pantheon of gods: Poseidon, Hermes, Zeus himself, Hades, and Helios, the sun god. Every single one of them are going to be brutally murdered in this playthrough, if this ends up becoming a full series, so stick around for that, you absolute monsters. The key part of God of War that makes it so fun to me is, at its core, it's a hack and slash, a sort of button masher kind of game, but with a fantastic backdrop of ancient Greek mythology. And speaking of Kratos, we should be getting introduced to the big fella now. There he is.
Your son has returned. I bring the destruction of Olympus.
I'm going to put the controller close to the camera for this one so you can hear all the lovely controller sounds. But, hang on, let me see. Ah, here we are. Let's just go into our settings here. Again, subtitles should be on by default in every game ever. So, turn on subtitles and back to the game. We stand atop the Titan Gaia and we fight a horde of undead legionnaires. We got a torn up trophy for ripping 1 and 2. See, we can use our blades of chaos, Kratos' arm chain blades, and rack up a combo. And the more combo we get, the more orbs we get. And the more orbs we get, the quicker we can power up and level up our kit. The god of the oceans, Poseidon, seeks to challenge us. Also, you may notice, but we are actually playing in smooth, silky 60 frames per second. So, hope you guys enjoy that. You're welcome. We have different kinds of abilities we can use at our disposal. We have magic powers. Currently we have, I think it's called Poseidon's Rage. We can do heavy attacks with triangle. We can do light attacks with square. We have some left bumper combos. Love that one. We have the ballerina twirls, I call it, and the what do you call that show? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. You know when they go crazy punching characters like I just call it, I don't mean to do that. I just call that One thing you'll notice as well is this game loves its quick time events, so you're going to see a lot of that in this game. More undead legionnaires. They're powerless against the might of the Ghost of Sparta. But Poseidon has an ace up his sleeve. He has summoned a hippocampus, I think it is. But as long as we just dish out the damage. See, what I do is I summon my abilities right before his attack hits. So I use the iframes to dish out the pain and keep on going. Now the arena's turned upside down. We have to be careful to avoid his devastating pincer attack. He may have claws, but I have claws of my own. Just keep hitting him with our light and heavy attacks. Dodge. There we go. Once again, the arena shifts. You can see here the absolutely frantic, frenetic combat of God of War, and part of why I think it's so fantastic is because it's a non-stop, brutal hack and slash from beginning to end. What way is he gonna go? Aha, not quite. So now we've gotten to an equal playing field. We just gotta dish out the pain for as much as we can. 36, keep it going. 50. Oh, not quite. See, I like doing those bumper combos just to keep the pain coming. There we go. Keep her coming, Kratos. Tasty 50 hits. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. 65, not bad, not bad. First quick time event. The corresponding button that we need to press in quick succession appears on that specific side of the screen. So you'll never be stuck as to what button you're supposed to press. Give me your face. Or in this case, your lower jaw. One thing you're going to know about Kratos very, very early on is he's not your traditional hero. No, no. Our quest for revenge may very well doom the world, but Kratos simply doesn't care. He's driven by his need for vengeance against the gods of Olympus. Just make our way up the mountain peak. Climb the treacherous mountain. Hades. Warring with the Titan. We have red chests. These always contain orbs, which orbs are put towards our equipment. Though, as this game starts right where God of War 2 ended, our blades are already at maximum. So, we don't have to worry about our equipment just yet. We have here our beautiful looking blades of exile, or blades of Athena. They're still the blades of chaos and just not the same name. I don't think guys having a very good time with it. More legionnaires between us and our goal. That's another thing as well. This game has a fantastic soundtrack. I gotta be honest, I would love to see a God of War movie directed by Peter Jackson, especially if I had this kind of soundtrack. Just crush his head in. See, I may be using these attacks frequently, but it's to build up that hit combo. And that way, clears out the fodder, so we can clean the rest up. We have context-sensitive actions, we can grapple. We need a bit of help. May as well. Green chests contain health orbs. So, we continue our path up the mountain. We have a tapestry here. The chain of balance. Its unrivaled strength secures the bond between, that's very rude, I was trying to read that game, between Olympus and the underworld. Interesting. Let's use our chain blades to grapple. We can use enemies as well to our advantage. If we use the circle square combo, we can ram through them. Either way, they don't stand a chance. God of War is played entirely through your perspective. There's never a break from your character, not so much point of view, but the camera never breaks from Kratos unless it's for a cutscene. That's one thing I think really helps the cinematography of this game. And again, I can't gush about the music enough. We gotta get there quick to assist Gaia. Use a blue chest to refill our magic meter. Good stuff, good stuff. A centaur warrior. Not quite. These guys hit hard, but that's just our job, to turn the tables on them and hit them where it hurts. We can use our golden fleece, which is our block feature, to parry our enemies at the perfect time. A circle. Just no mercy. Got him. Oh, you jerk, you broke my combo. Let me just smash your head. In fact, you know what? I'll rip you in half just for my troubles. Same goes for you. Let me try using my golden fleece if I can just time it right. Where do you think you're going, big man? It's squish at last. Yeah, it's almost like Doom in a way. Just ripping and tearing until it is done. Now that the enemies are cleared, our path ahead is cleared also. We can continue our way up the mountain. If you notice below, there seems to be a giant face below where we stand. Here lie the remains of Ares, the fallen god of war. Now, for those of you who don't know, we get to kill him in the first game, as it's part of Kratos' revenge quest. What do you guys think? Should I do a video on the first God of War or the other games? suppose if this one does well, or if enough people are interested, may as well. Although, between you and me, it's very likely I'll go ahead and do it anyway because I just love making these videos. So, I think it's mutually beneficial. You guys get some more variety content, and I get to try some cool games for the channel that I enjoy. We should be coming up with a boss fight. Stop up Mount Olympus. We have a save point here, which we can save our progress. Though I'm going to hold off on that just for the time being. It's just absolutely fantastic. The spectacle, especially in these older God of War games. The new ones are amazing in their own right. They tell a more emotive sort of family story, whereas these ones are a lot more, I wouldn't say simplistic, but they're a lot more brutal. Absolutely pummel the life out of it. Nice. Now that we've done enough damage, we can initiate the mini game on the hippocampus. Slice open its protective armor. He's throwing everything it has at us. Awesome. This piece of music's one of my favorites as well. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's just really cool. Initiate some air combo. Just to land some cheeky hits in. There we go. A cheeky 60 hit multiplier. Rip it open. Pull, Kratos. Pull. It's almost exposed. Once it's ripped open, we should be able to land some massive damage. But we need to be careful to avoid its attacks. As you can see there, Kratos was able to parry the attack as we used his golden fleece. Gotcha. First we crack the nut, or what's it Rumble says again? I don't know. Eat stick. Asshole. That'll show him who's boss. Don't worry about it. You'll live. I mean, you've only got a giant gaping hole through your side, but you know, if that's, you just go see a GP, they'll probably say get some pseudo-cream or something. You know, not that big of a deal. In an odd turn of events, as we encounter a glitch texture, we enter the heart of Gaia. We can use our blades to navigate, and our Icarus wings to glide. Heart of Gaia. Protected by some sort of onyx crystal. Some tinder or bramble from the looks of it. Now we're faced with our first of many puzzles. God of War is a game that, or a franchise that very, very much loves its puzzles. Between bouts of fast, frantic combat, we'll have brain-teasing puzzles to contend with. This one, however, is quite simple. If we make our way up here, we find Zeus's eagle, a prized possession of Zeus. Beat the game to use this item. So I'm guessing it's a sort of New Game Plus or cheat unlock? I'd imagine so. So we just take this giant pillar and shove it into this little port here. It's like a giant natural transformer. You just got to take this part and plug it into the tab. And once it's plugged in, you can proceed. Simple as. Come on, Kratos. Let's continue our adventure. Wow, we have exactly 2024 orbs. It's almost like the game's trying to tell me something. Battering ram. We can use that and do some massive damage. But I'm not gonna lie, I do just enjoy using my basic attacks. Yeah, I get smashed, idiot. Oh, I thought I was gonna fall to my death there. Some more undead legionnaires trying to give us trouble. Ultimately, they're of no consequence. Sort of like the Goombas of God of War. First enemy you encounter, as basic as that basic gets. Poseidon.
A true warrior does not hide, Poseidon. Leave the sea and face me. You have disrespected the gods for the last time, Kratos.
What's really disrespectful is that hairdo. What do you think you are? I don't know, a cool youth pastor? We can land some massive damage in on those tentacles or claws, but we need to be careful to avoid his electric attack. So let's be conscious to avoid as best we can. That was close. Now that both the claws are gone, Gaia can open up for a counter-attack. I'm like a Grecian Spider-Man. It's you and me now, Poseidon. Watch out for his giant fork attack or scepter. Not sure what it is. Not sure what it is, but it hits very hard. That was completely on me. Why did I do that? Oh, lobster eyes. Can't see straight. Oh, can we? Yeah, if we use that while he's open there, I can do some cheeky hits. It may not be too much damage, but any damage is better than nothing. Oops. Yeah, dream on, sunshine. Just keep doing that same thing over and over, you know. I was hoping maybe I could parry in the air. Or do something like that. Yeah, that's more like it. If you block just at the right time, you can counter with a parry. Hang on there just to get out of his reach. See, we can't block if we do that attack, so we need to be careful. Ooh, close. He's stunned. We can take this opportunity to do some major damage. If we're quick. We need to break that armor. First we crack the shell, and then the nuts inside. I think that's how it goes anyway. If I'm wrong, then you can revoke my Transformers fan card. I'd make a joke about, I don't know, are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs? But I don't think that'd be very appropriate at this moment, given the circumstances. Ooh, he's a nasty hat. See, we just got it. Oh, clobbered. Once again, we freed up both heads. If we can just knock the core, then we can take out Poseidon. Go, Kratos, go. Here we go. Falcon punch. That's so cool.
Zeus should have kept you where you belong. No matter how many gods fall, there will always be another to stand against you. They will fall as well. The death of Olympus means the death of us all. Then prepare for your death.
And what you're about to witness is one of my favourite, most cruel death scenes ever, as Kratos beats 7 shades of shit out of Poseidon in the form of one big epic QTA. And Rage of Sparta plays in the background. Kick his ass, Kratos. Oh man, you see that guy coming for you? I'm sorry, you are done. You are cut. Family friendly fun for everyone. So, about that comment I made of Kratos not being your traditional hero, him killing Poseidon, yeah, it has some unintended consequences. Yeah, that's bad. Oh dear.
Kratos, the death of Zeus is within our reach. Come to my hand.
Well, it's fun for me and it's fun for Kratos, so worth. Using Gaia as our handy dandy DoorDash driver, we can get ourselves up to the top of the mountain. Easy peasy.
I will tolerate your insolence no more.
T.C. Carson is Kratos, man. He is a damn treasure. Well, that could have went better.
I can hold on no longer.
If I help you, we will both fall. Even now, Zeus gains.
Yeah, but what about me?
The destruction of Zeus is why you saved me from death.
I saved you to serve the Titans.
Do not deny me my revenge.
Listen carefully, Kratos. You are a simple pawn, nothing more. Zeus is no longer your concern. This is our war, not yours.
And so, Kratos is cast from the highest peak in all of the realm as he falls down into the infernal domain of Hades.
As a warrior, I have died as a god. Having suffered the ultimate sacrifice, I have been denied release. I will defeat Olympus. I will have my revenge.
We've fallen into the river Styx. Along with the souls of the damned, we swim the cursed river. However, though, as this is the beginning of the game, it knocks us all the way back down. We lose all of our health upgrade. It's bad enough, but sure, we got our magic, we got our orbs, you know, we're still gravy, we're still good to go, right? Wow. It's just like what happens if you try to go out for a night in the town. You just get absolutely destroyed. So we've lost our magic, but at least we still have our orbs, right? Nope. Kratos goes to Detroit and gets all of his crap stolen. Essentially bringing us back to square one. Welcome to the domain of Hades, the god of the underworld, realm of Hades.
We are not finished, Zeus. The gates of Hades have never held me.
Death cannot hold those of purpose, Kratos.
Athena,
I have missed you, Spartan.
I don't.
My sacrifice to save Zeus has brought me to a higher existence.
You still appear to be a Olympian.
Appearances can be deceiving, Kratos.
So can the children of Olympus.
Perhaps. But remember, my death came by your blade.
My blade was meant for Zeus. Be quick with your words.
As we speak, the war for Olympus rages on, and mankind suffers.
Let them suffer. The death of Zeus is all that matters.
Zeus will not fall as easily as ever you see. To destroy the king of the gods, you must seek the source of the strength. The flame of Olympus.
You once sacrificed yourself to save Zeus, and now you seek to destroy him. What has brought about this change?
Good point.
I see truth. Perhaps these will earn back your trust. The
Blades of Exile. These blades will be your most powerful ally against Olympus. We have a tapestry here. Hades, here is the end of the great journey that all must embark on, where none can turn back. You can see people there who have just died, have been sent to this realm. Lost souls. We can kill them from some orbs. Of course, we have some handy dandy chests that we can open too. Now, God of War has secrets. Much like Doom, there are secrets everywhere in these games. Such as these Gorgon Eyes. We have acquired one Gorgon Eye. We can collect 2 more to increase our overall health, gaining back the upgrades that we lost. Combination of undead legionnaires. We have a combat grapple we can make good use out of for closing the distance between us and our prey. And it actually helps for some crowd control. Just land some hits in, get ourselves a 20 hit, and then a brutal kill. See, you want to build up your multiplier by doing as much hits as possible, but brutal kills as well can often be used to get more orbs, especially if you combine it with a higher hit count. What's this? Hyperion Gate. Those who possess the true soul of a god may pass. You may come back and get one. Can't just pop out to the shops and get it. We'll probably have to kill a god, which we have done so already, but that's besides the point. Anyway, with this save point, I think this is about where I will call it a day for this episode. So if you guys enjoyed and want to see more, leave a like and a comment below. Let me know what you think of this game, or God of War in particular. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and who knows, maybe you guys have some good memories you'd like to share. But with all that being said, I think that about does it for today. So this has been God of War 3 Remastered ASMR Part 1. Maybe. And this is Orbot ASMR, signing off for the day. Autobots, transform and roll out to bed till all are one.